Grab your gear, AI. You're switching rooms.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
I miss you too,
and I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Phoenix Suns here at their home. And guys, for the Suns, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. Getting a little amped up. Opening night of the regular season now upon us, Shaq. What were you looking forward to the most here on opening night?
Two things. Let me get this out the way. Hanging out with you guys. You know I love you guys. I miss you guys. It's been a great summer. And getting back to the greatest game in the world.
Which of those, if you only had one, which of those would be?
I would have to say the game would come second.
Oh, man. You're the greatest.
I love you guys.
You are the greatest.
I
appreciate that.
I don't even care what you got to say about Oklahoma. Well, I do. What are you looking forward to besides hanging out with us?
I was just looking forward to hanging out with you guys, and and seeing the off-season changes. But if I had to choose between the off-season changes and how they pan out, and hanging out with you guys, I would take the off-season changes to see how it pans out.
I got your back.
And I got your back.
And I wish you weren't back. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Phoenix Suns. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Help. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. And it's George in at the 3 slot.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder ball. And here are the Thunder now.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Well, I like watching Robertson get involved in the offense, especially when he gets down there. Nice soft touch down on the inside.
And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
Well, we see Andre Robertson making his return from the ruptured patellar tendon of winter 2018.
Just how disruptive was it for Billy Donovan and the Thunder to lose Andre Robertson last year? The numbers were staggering in terms of the defensive rating when he was on the floor, just how good they were. And the guy averages less than 5 points a game for his career, but his impact defensively cannot be understated.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And that one drops for him.
Nice move towards the basket there. You gave T.J. Warren a little too much room, and he's going to want to score.
George with the bucket.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Now here's Ariza. There's the pick. Outside Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Back to Ariza. The Thunder pull it in.
Yeah, offense sputtering just a bit here, 1 for 4 in the game.
And Westbrook, here we go. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, the defense respecting the shot right there, and that creates a lane for him to drive right through. That's his game.
For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Booker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You know, Brent, when you think of Devin Booker, you immediately think scoring. But he's become, as time goes on, an excellent facilitator as well.
Well, I think he's learning to do that, Kevin, because of the playing time that he's getting. And the defenses that he has seen in the early part of his career have been quite unique. 2 out of the first 3 years that he played in the NBA, he's averaging over 20 points. So the passing part of his game, the more feel part of his game, it's coming along nicely.
The first free throw is good.
Well, Booker still has some upside, one of the best young scorers that we've seen in the NBA in the last decade. He's already an established star, and the sky is the limit for this guy. Now he just wants more wins.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively him trying to get better, on the defensive end he needs to learn how to be in better positions. Bucket earned, out-muscling and out-hustling everybody for the rebound.
Jackson kicks to Warren. There's the pick. Suns moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
And with Booker's defense, Brent, still being a work in progress, the advantage is he is still very young.
Well, the coaches have really simplified the game plan on the defensive end. So you do things like jumping ahead of the screen or pushing down the screen and start to corral guys into areas. That's helping Devin Booker establish some more confidence on the defensive end.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And they double up Jackson. Ariza kicks to Jackson. Ayton, the pass to Booker. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder leading by 7. Here's George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Ariza.
Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
The first one falls. A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title, and that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Grant against Warren. And there's the pass to Ayton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ariza kicks to Jackson. And again, it's the Suns missing. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Got a piece of it. Fires from the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. George has got 8 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Jeremy Grant out of Syracuse, the rare second-round pick, Brent, who's gotten steady NBA minutes throughout his young career.
Interesting minutes last year in OKC where he started to make a big difference, actually playing off the bench at the 5 spot and taking advantage with his quickness and athleticism on the roll. I look at a vet like Richard Mbamute, an elite defender, as a guy he might be able to emulate, but more so from the 5 position.
Looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. Good season for him last year. 4th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Booker the pass to Ariza. Shoots from 12. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Ariza's got his first points of the game.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Suns trail by 9. Dishes to Warren. Pass to Jackson. Ayton with it. Now defended by Adams. Booker up top. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Booker's got 5.
You got to play up on Devin Booker even when he doesn't have the ball. Once he catches the pass, he's ready to let it go.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Phoenix is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And the dunk by Booker.
Booker showing some speed, excelling there, and blasting right through the defense to get to the rim.
Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Ariza. They set the pick, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. The 4th spot held by Steven Adams.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Warren kicks to Ariza. No one near him.
Right now, he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Here's George. Ariza with the rebound. Suns trail by 8. Booker outside. At the top of the key, Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Ariza outside from past the arc. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
And Adams sends it back.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length. Tough to shoot over.
That one good for 2. 14 points for George.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. Jackson, a screen on Westbrook. Pass to Ariza. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
Here's Grant, and it's good off the back rim and in. And the Thunder lead by 12.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And the Suns call time. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Some changes for Phoenix. Bender, he's checked in for Ayton. Anderson comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's Bridges in for Jackson. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Merlins Noel checks in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Grant. Alex Abrinas is checked in for George. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Roberson.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Shoots from the baseline. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Westbrook. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Westbrook's got 8.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. And it's the Suns with the ball. Down by 12. Ariza goes in. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 6.
And gliding to the rim there. Ariza looking graceful on that move.
Here's Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Booker against Schroeder. Bridges, no one around him. Bender kicks to Booker. Anderson with the screen for Booker. There's a good screen. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close. Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Suns trail by 14. There's the double team with Westbrook. Ariza outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Bridges. Anderson outside. Kicks it to Booker. Bender with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Schroeder against Booker. And it's Schroeder missing. Suns shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Ariza passes to Booker. No good on the 3. The Thunder leading by 16. Patterson dishes to Schroeder. Count that one.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Now here's Booker. 7 points in the game. He kicks it to Bender. Anderson the screen. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Here's Bender, and Bender throws it down.
I like to see Bender be assertive on the inside. A little show of power.
Here's Schroeder, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. And stolen by Patterson. And Noel with the basket on the assist by Schroeder. And the Thunder lead by 16. And it's Phoenix's ball. Patrick Patterson, a veteran forward out of Kentucky, had some of his best years, Brent, playing with the Toronto Raptors.
He's a real difference maker for them, coming off the bench and being able to stretch out offensive possessions, shot the ball incredibly well, high efficiency from there. And that's why the advanced stats, I think that the general manager of Oklahoma City thought that Patterson, as an addition here, could help out their offense and give them some punch off the bench. Yeah, he plays with a bit of a sixth sense around the offensive glass. Perfect position for the easy tip-in.
And Anderson kicks to Ariza. Patterson bringing the double. Passes it to Booker. For three, that's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Basket counts.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Bridges passes to Anderson. Booker outside. Sinks that one from the post. Booker's got 14.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. The Suns making a switch here. Daniels is checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Schroeder. It's deflected.
Great to see Bender use that size and swat some away, remind people of how big he is.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he gets it to go. Noel's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
And stolen by Patterson. Here's Schroeder. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Wow, how about that? Remarkable verts there from Schroeder as he skies high for an impressive dunk.
Booker with no one around. Offline with his three. With 1 on the clock.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
Anderson is out there with Bender. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. Now, here's Bridges. There's the pass to Daniels. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Now let's check out the rebounds and where they're coming from. Here's a breakdown showing the front court and the back court rebounding numbers for Oklahoma City.
And their guards have really made their presence felt on the backboard. No shortage of effort or aggression in tracking down those miscues. And that's what's given them the edge here in this game.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The Thunder, one of the lowest rates of assists in the league last year. Also, a team that does not move the ball around all that much to gain some advantage with strong side, weak side movement. So we'll see isolation, we'll see pick and roll, and very few passes in a contest like this.
And the Thunder had great talent, but their offense hasn't allowed all their players, Brent, to flourish at the same time. Why is that?
Well, it's just a team that doesn't have a commitment to a flow style of offense. They have such great talent that I think the talent tries to take on the load sooner in offensive possessions than maybe the coaching staff would like, and they have great individual scorers. That's what these guys have done in the league for a very long time.
That's good from Schroeder.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning quick point guard.
Phoenix making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Anderson, and Warren subbed in for Bridges. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Georgia subbed in for Alex Abrinas. Schroeder hits them both. When you look at the new requirements of the center, who really stands out as the prototypical pivot man?
Wow, I really think that Porzingis has shown some signs in the last 2 seasons. Now, it's been cut short. The first season, he really faltered in the second half of the year. And then last year, a devastating injury that's going to keep him out for quite some time. But some of the things that he's been able to show have me very intrigued about the potential of that position. Now, I know more guys like Clint Capella and the impact he had in Houston has been phenomenal. But Porzingis and that overall package still has me really intrigued, Kevin.
7-3, he becomes a very interesting subject, doesn't he?
He does, and that ability to shoot the basketball as well. Just think about it. When he plays with a qualified point guard to set some action up, could be dangerous.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Here's Adams, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And the Suns call time.
Steven Adams, the kind of guy who on a nightly basis is so appreciated by the star players on the team, and certainly the coaching staff, just doing dirty work, setting screens, scoring on the inside, being a physical presence. And he's taken some strides, I think, Kevin, offensively, being able to score sometimes out of the box.
Chance to look at the stats for Booker. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, he averaged 25 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone, but he made it count. Jackson's got 5 now. And you look at Adams' per-minute scoring averages, Brent, they've gone up every season.
Well, it's got to help having Russell Westbrook setting the table and the type of attention that not only Westbrook drew, but also PG and Carmelo Anthony for a season. So obvious uptick in the offensive numbers for Steven Adams, but he is improving, and you see some confidence in the offensive end of the floor.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from George.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And George drops them both. The Suns have given shooting guard Devin Booker a say in all of the franchise's major decisions. Like hiring a coach, free agency, the draft. Brent, is that the right approach?
I'm not sure how much of that is true, Kevin. They might have asked, but how much are they listening to it? I'm not sure. Devin Booker does not quite have the cachet of veteran players that have played 10 or 12 years and have a lot of playoff wins under their belt, but it does feel good for him, I'm sure, to be part of the collaborative.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. George with the ball.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time, and a great play on the ball.
For Phoenix, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Daniels, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And George, here we go. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Well, you can depend on Paul George to shoulder some of this offensive load. There are times where this team can turn over the reins to him, and he capitalizes that time.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Josh Jackson. The Thunder have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year, only 72% from the line.
2.
The first free throw is good. Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
And here's George, after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Here's Daniels. Over to the left wing. There's the double team with Grant. And that one's good. Daniels.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Right side George. Again, Oklahoma City.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Daniels kicks to Jackson. Pass to Booker. Jackson, a screen on Felton. Down low. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Booker. Booker's got his 6th assist on the night. And stolen by Booker. Inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Booker. And the Thunder trading away Harden in the summer of 2012. Brent unable to agree on a contract extension.
Well, OKC agreed on the contract. James Harden did not, and that's sort of the line in the sand that was drawn. And with the salary cap jumping up in subsequent seasons, they just had bad timing in terms of the frugality of what they offered up to James Harden. It's a decision that we talk about a lot. It's revisionist history, but at the time it was the move that OKC made, and I can't really argue with it.
It's Jackson with the drive, and the shot goes in. Jackson's got 7 points.
He's just an aggressive player. I mean, what can I say? He's going to put on more muscle, but he's in attack mode, and he's scoring through contact.
That one good for 2. And it's 6 points for Steven Adams.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Phoenix has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Sun shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Daniels. He can't get it to go. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And George, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
They throw good, Paul George.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Phoenix. And both free throws good for Paul George. A coaching carousel certainly in Phoenix. This is the 4th different head coach in as many seasons. What does that do, Brent, to a young team?
Well, it's tough for development because if you don't consistently work with the same player development coaches, you might be learning things for an offense that might have to be reset every year. Igor Kokoskov is one of the more ingenious offensive minds in the game. This is why he's got this opportunity in Phoenix. And I look forward with the type of talent that Phoenix has, with how much creativity he can bring to the court, and hope these young players are excited for that opportunity.
Grant's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Here's Ayton. Ariza outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns.
All you have to do is point to their turnover. Oh, that athletic ability there.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here's Warren. They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. Stolen by Warren. And that one drops. Warren's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Grant the pass to Adams. To the middle. Poked away. Phoenix has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Jackson has the open look. And not sure what he was thinking there. From the wing. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Count the basket.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
It's Westbrook with the drive. It's good. Westbrook's got 16 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. They set the screen. Feeds to Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Yeah, Warren hungry to get in there and get his hands on the rim. 2 more for him.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Ariza. Westbrook pulls it in. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. And George, here we go. That one falls. George has got 35 in the game.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
On the wing, Booker. They double him with George. Back to Ariza. It's stolen by Adams. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And it's good. 2 points. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A more fearless play from Russell Westbrook. The ability to finish through contact. That's why it's so tough to stop him on the dribble drive.
Now here's Booker. He's got 21. Goes up. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 20 points for Russell Westbrook.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's the feed to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, Booker filling it up quickly here tonight. You got to respect the versatility, especially how dangerous he is on the offensive end.
Westbrook, no good. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Here's Booker. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Oklahoma City shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. He gets that one. And that's now 37 points for Paul George.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the paint, here's Jackson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 8th assist in the game.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
The Suns shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Westbrook using his post moves to get the 2 points. Westbrook's got 22.
Well, just taking on the defense in the paint, just no fear from Westbrook and not backing down from the rim protector that time.
For 3, Booker. The Thunder pull it in. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lays it up off the glass. 24 points for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Booker in the post. He's covered by Westbrook. Kept alive. Ayton, the pass to Jackson. And here's Booker from the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Westbrook And it's in there. Westbrook's got 12 now in this quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Ayton. It's tipped. It's stolen by Adams. The shot by George, wide open. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Ayton kicks to Booker. Over Westbrook. And there's Booker on the assist by Ayton. 28 points for Devin Booker.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Oklahoma City out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 39 points, 3 steals, and 1 assist. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
When Paul George plays with high energy, he goes to a level others can't reach. He defends 4 and 5 positions. On the other end, it's effortless for him to create good looks. One of the most intriguing players to watch when he's on his game.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. So for Oklahoma City right now, Robertson and George fill out the wings. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. And it's Westbrook in at point guard.
Yeah, Russell is not stopping right now. So sure on the offensive end. Just complete confidence there.
The Suns shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Back to Booker. They shoot again. Not going to go that time. George with the defensive effort. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
A moment here to see the stats for Paul George. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points a game, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
Paul George with the steal. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Adams has got 10.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. That's now 8 points for T.J. Warren.
You don't want to give T.J. Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
Here's Adams. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
Booker with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Ariza. No good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's George. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 41.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Here's Ariza. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. 11 points in the game.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Phoenix ball.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for George.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Here's Warren, following the score by Trevor Ariza. Warren, good.
Well, Jackson just sharing the rock there with the teammate, make the simple play.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. For 3, Westbrook. The three-pointer is right on target. Westbrook's got 31.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Jackson passes to Warren. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Lays it up and banks it in.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
And it's Westbrook missing. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Phoenix. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Felton's checked in. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And here's Booker from the arc. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 33 points.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
It's stolen by Ariza. Now the pass to Daniels. Back to Booker. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Such a wide open look. Ariza's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Phoenix.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Westbrook drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Westbrook's got 33.
It's funny when Russell slows down, he gets a little more crafty with his moves and his pacing, leaving the defense right there helpless.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
Patterson, he's checked in for Grant. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Warren kicks to Daniels. Ariza has the open look. No good on the triple.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Felton can't get it to go. Phoenix has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. They double him with George to the inside. To the right side. Ayton wide open. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. From about 16, basket good. 45 points for Paul George.
He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
To the paint, here's Ariza. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Nice D from Warren. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Ariza. 16 points for him. George against Ariza. The shot by George, no good. The Suns shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Inside. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Phoenix making some changes. Bender, he's checked in for 8. Anderson comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Bridges in for Devin Booker.
Michael Bridges.
Here's Anderson. Patterson bringing the double. Here's Ariza. And the Suns miss again. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. It's deflected.
And Bender really using that 9'3" standing reach to block these shots. Just a towering presence.
And that one's good. Daniels. The Thunder shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Here's Westbrook. Ariza with the rebound.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
A 3 ball. But they'll get another chance. That one drops for him. 6 points for Mikal Bridges.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Well, body and control isn't just for your shampoo at home. It's right there in Russell Westbrook. He gets fouled and still converts.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Free throw good, Westbrook.
Just how fierce a competitor Russell Westbrook is. He just lays it all out there on the line every single night.
Bender with the rebound. Bender's got 4 rebounds in this game. Daniels with it. He's got 8. Kicks it to Anderson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for George. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And Dragan Bender gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Suns foul called. Dragan Bender. That's his second personal foul.
Here's Abrinas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Ariza. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Felton from the arc. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Schroeder. Good season for him last year. He was around 19 points per game last year. 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Ariza passes to Bridges. And that one hits back iron.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Abrinas with a bucket.
Assisted by Patrick Patterson.
Phoenix has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Here's Ariza. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 5th assist in this one. Baseline try. Abrinas' shot is off. This Sun squad struggling. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Schroeder. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That one is on Ariza.
2.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Schroeder hits them both. And here's Daniels. He's got 8. He kicks to Bridges. It's Ariza on the wing. The tray. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
And it's Schroeder missing. Suns shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. Daniels, no good. Oklahoma City shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Took him no time at all on that one.
Raymond Felton. Assisted by Alex Abrinas.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now, here's Bridges, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
They get the rebound, and that one's good. Schroeder.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Really left alone that time. Daniels has got 11 points.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Goes back up. And no problem from Noel as he finishes at the rim.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 8. Pass to Bender. Anderson, a screen on Noel. Softly drops in the floater. Bender's got his second basket of the night.
Bender, a good decision that time. Just a smart play.
Abrinas with a bucket.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Daniels kicks to Ariza. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. 22 points for Ariza.
And he's caught fire from long range here in the second half.
The drive by Schroeder. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
Josh Jackson's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Well, Phoenix shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Robertson, and the dunk by Robertson.
Robertson getting out and quick in transition that time. Excellent at running the route in the open floor.
41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Daniels kicks to Bridges. Jackson in the corner. No good from outside. Oklahoma City's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And it's Noel missing. The Suns shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Here is Daniels. He's guarded by Schroeder. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. 4 seconds left. Doesn't go that time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Oklahoma City out in front, running away with it. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Ryan Anderson out there with Bridges. And it's Chandler. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. The three-pointer, no good. And here are the Thunder now. It's Schroeder with the drive. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Schroeder's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Thunder. And stolen by Noel. And the Thunder pushing it up now. There's the 3. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 25 points.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition. And that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Now here's Anderson. Okobo. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Abrinas, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
so close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
The Suns making a switch here. Cannon's checked in. The Suns shooting at 51%. Really solid. Chandler outside. Back to Cannon. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And Chandler's so good at using his height to see over the top of the defense to deliver.
Here's Abrinas. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. And Chandler throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Schroeder, an easy 2 points on the layup. Schroeder's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Got to keep Chandler out of the paint when he's in there that close to the rim with that size. He's ramming it home.
Here's Cannon. Okobo. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The drive by Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Schroeder's got 9 points now in the quarter. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Chandler outside. Anderson the screen. They set the pick. Okobo. Patterson defending. Just 5 on the clock. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Anderson. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. To the middle, here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And that one drops.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Here is Daniels. And stolen by Noel. Here's Luwawu, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Cannon, the pass to Chandler. Stolen away. And another fast break for Oklahoma City. Thunder running. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got 4 this quarter.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And Luwawu Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here is Daniels off the inbound pass. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Here's Cannon. Pass to Holmes. Can't hit that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Luwawu. Bucket is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The Suns have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Holmes sets a screen. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas that these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally, you know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into the season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
Here's Cannon. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Oklahoma City shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here's Patterson, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
Isaiah Cannon. That's his first personal foul.
Elbow. 2.
Well, the Suns with just 21 wins last season. That's the second worst record in franchise history. This is a very proud franchise. So only their inaugural season as an expansion team in the NBA back in 1969 was worse. Brighter days for the Suns ahead.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And those 21 wins, not the way the Suns were hoping to celebrate their 50th anniversary.
No, not at all. By scoring margin, it was the worst season that they had in their history. So the games were not all that close. They lost by an average of 9 a game last year.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Grant comes in for Noel. And it's Felton in for Luwawu Cabarrot. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
Takes the 3, and that one's good. Daniels has got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Diallo, no good. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Passes it to Chandler, and here is Holmes. Here's Daniels. Off target from 3-point range. Grant kicks to Abrinas. It's deflected. The pass to Cannon. To the inside. Daniels. Good work there as it goes. Daniels has got 13 points in the second half.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
And they pick up 2.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
Down low, here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
We talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Good work there as it goes.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Well, he's going to punish you down there if you're not more physical than he is, and look for them to go right back to that play.
And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Cannon. Cannon's got his 4th assist in this one. Oklahoma City shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting. Some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
And the first one at the line is good. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
Both free throws good from Felton. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Phoenix has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th. Anderson passes to Cannon. Poked loose. Patterson inside. Working on Anderson. The layup missed. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution for the Suns. Eli Okobo.
Well, Phoenix shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Kicks it to Anderson. Holmes, that's a screen. Okobo, he's covered by Felton. Patterson bringing the double. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson outside, fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Anderson always looking to get up a three-point shot. He had some space there and took advantage.
Abrinas with a bucket. Abrinas has got 6 points in the quarter.
A fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
They get a hand on it. Oh, and here comes Felton all alone. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands results in points off the break.
Sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
Now, here's Holmes. Bridges kicks to Daniels. Holmes, that's a screen. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Just a really solid effort on the offensive end. He was getting any shot that he wanted.
Patterson can't get it to go. Phoenix has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times.
Oklahoma City foul.
Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program, it's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
And Raymond Felton the bucket on the assist by Grant.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip. You could see the focus. They were ready to do battle.
And he gets the bucket.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley, entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. .34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Abrinas, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Shooting for Oklahoma City.
And the Suns have never won an NBA title. It's amazing for such a proud and storied franchise. Just one trip to the finals since the merger back in 1993. That was when they lost to the Chicago Bulls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bridges. Shoots over Grant. The offensive rebound. Holmes, good. Here's Oklahoma City now. And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Noel. Rebounded by Holmes. Inside. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Paul, congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.